Hi everyone, it's time again for Monday's Life or Biz Wisdom. What I wanted to talk to you about today was something that one of our newer members mentioned in a comment to me, which was around her wanting to find out more, perhaps from this group, around what success in business is and how to become more successful. Are exactly the same. Even if there's a franchise model, there'll still be some even, small differences. So I thought I would actually tackle it in terms of me answering that and giving my thoughts, my musings about it, by thinking of success from a quantitative perspective and then a qualitative. Now, as you probably know by now, I tend to talk a lot about the left brain and the right brain. So when I think about quantitative success and what that looks like, I think of numbers and facts and stats and that sort of thing. And that's very much the left brain. And then when I think of the right brain in business success, I think of what are the qualitative measures? Things like how I feel, how my clients feel, and a few other things that I'm going to talk about in more detail in a moment. So that's the way that I like to approach it. So if I think first of all about quantitative success in my business, and really it's the one commonality I think for every business, and that is the income, the revenue that we generate in our business as a measure of success, and of course then profits. We are all in business to be earning a living, to be making a living. And that is, of course, evidenced by how much we do make. So a measure for me, a quantitative measure for me, for success in my business is, of course, the revenue that I make, the expenses that I have. Hi, Nicole, lovely to see you. And also very much how recurring my income is and my profit and how sustainable it is. So I think that's a universal for everybody. Beyond that, I think it really does depend on your own individual business and the criteria or the measures that you choose for your business success. So it might be things like how many staff you have, how many different services or programs or products you have, how many, what's your reach in terms of geography, location, how many states in Australia or countries in the world do you have in terms of reach with your business offerings. There's obviously quite a lot of different quantitative measures that we would likely have in our businesses. I think the other one that is probably universal is, or predominantly, is around growth and expansion and innovation. Certainly as entrepreneurs, I think that's really important. What is the size of our business? How is it growing and expanding? Now, how we actually detail that might be different for each business, but as a general concept, I think that's pretty quantifiable as well. So they're the two main measures I think about quantifying success in my business. So then if I look at the qualitative measures of success, I think of myself first and then my clients and perhaps others. So for myself, it's very much, as I was talking before about the right brain, about how does it feel? Does my business energize me? Do I feel like I'm growing? These are, you can see my values coming up when I say this. These are really important to me. I want to be stretched with my business. I don't want to be overwhelmed too much, but I definitely want to be stretched and feeling like I'm growing as well as my business. And does it feel, as I said, energizing? Does it feel overall, I mean, some days are pretty shitty, let's be honest, but overall, do you have a sense of being positive about it and also very much being fulfilled, because that's something that to me is a measure of success in my business. And I actually think that a good measure, a qualitative measure of success in a business, and definitely for me, is am I aligning with what my business vision and mission is? So I might actually do another video another time and talk a little bit more in detail about vision and mission for a business. But I would invite you, if you don't already have one of each, that you actually think about writing. What is your vision for your business? And it might be a vision board, that's completely fine. But you've thought about it. And whatever you've got on your vision board, if that's what it is, then they are probably measures of success for you. And also the mission, which is how you're actually going to do it. So I am very guided by a measure of success for me in my business, as I said, being in alignment with my vision and mission. Also, am I making a difference for my clients and for the people that I work with in regards to my business? Other people, whether it's my VA that I have, whether it's my business buddies, peers, colleagues that I find as have as support, mentors. How are they perhaps feeling, and how am I feeling in relation to that? What's my relationships like with those people in and around my business? That to me is a measure of success, because, again, looking at the right brain, relationships are really important. So it's, to me, I want to have really positive relationships for, as much of the time as I can, that again are growing and are mutually beneficial. So that's what I want to be attracting in my business as a measure of success. And then, of course, it's a measure for success in my business is, what are my clients' experiences? Are they feeling that I'm actually serving them in the best way that I can? That they're growing, they're transforming, depending on exactly what the business is, but they're transforming. Are they perhaps able to implement changes that we work on together so that they move from one point before they start to a point when they finish working with me where they actually feel like there's some real progression that's happened? That to me, of course, and that's probably pretty universal as well, is, client satisfaction, if we want to use that term. And that can be via testimonials. It can be just in general comments that people, our clients make, whatever. So whatever way. And if they refer, that's another example of, I would imagine some good level of satisfaction. So I just want to finish by saying that success in business is, I think, very individual, up to the business owner and their team. So if you haven't very much, I really, really, really encourage you to actually take some time out. It's a really important function. Take some time out. Actually consider what success looks like for you. Yes, it can, as I said before, can be part of the vision and mission formulation that you undertake, formulating. It can be part of your goal setting, if that's what you do or how you describe it, whether it be yearly, quarterly, whatever. Because hopefully you're going to have those smaller measures of success along the way, as well as the overall measures of success. And that's the important thing to note as well. So as usual, any questions you have, any comments, Nicole, if you've got any thoughts on, and I want to ask you all, what does success in business look like for you? What are the measures some of the measures you might have? I don't suggest I've got all the answers. They're the things that have come up for me. And if you've got, as I said, questions, any comments, any further suggestions for your own businesses that you want to share, then please comment below and let's have a bit of a conversation about this. I think it's a great topic, a really good topic, because success is so subjective. It has so many different definitions, I think, for most of us. So I will leave you with that and look forward to chatting with you in the comments. Okay, thanks. Bye for now.